Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping into the surprisingly complex world of emoji subtext.
That's right. We're looking at this great piece from English with Confidence called The Secret Language of Emoji and How to Not Accidentally Flirt.
You shared this one, and it's perfect because, well, let's face it, understanding nuanced communication quickly is key these days.
Yeah.
And emojis, they seem simple, but wow.
They really can be a minefield, can't they?
Well,
Especially professionally. You think you're sending something innocent, and suddenly it means something else entirely.
Exactly. So our mission today, to help everyone, help you navigate this digital landscape without, accidentally causing offense or confusion,
Yeah.
especially at work.
Definitely. We'll explore why, say, a simple oat might just mean cool, but adding a C, so oat Q, could, in some circles, mean I secretly hate this.
Right. It's wild. And we'll get into how emojis like the taco E or even the eggplant E can pick up some pretty risque meanings.
Depending on where you are, who you're talking to. Oh, and yes, we'll even touch on the pineapple loach. Could it be a secret signal? No.
Okay, you've got my attention. So by the end of this, what's the plan? What will people know?
Well, you'll understand the three main types of emoji meanings. We'll flag the combinations to definitely avoid professionally.
Like the smiley and the eggplant together.
Precisely. And we'll give you some solid workplace safe options. Emojis that won't get you a call from HR,
Mm-hmm.
Not like that.
Okay, sounds essential. So where do we start? How do these little pictures even work?
Good question. The source breaks it down nicely into three types. First up, the literal ones. These are generally safe for work.
Okay.
Like,
Ah.
just means apple. Pretty straightforward, right? Teacher-friendly, as they say. Or just means rain. No hidden drama there, usually.
Makes sense. Apple is apple, rain is rain. Easy enough.
Uh-huh. But then we get to the second type, slang. And this is
Alright.
where, you need to be a bit more careful.
Okay, slang. How so?
We'll take the peach emoji ought. In the U.S., it's often, slang for butt.
Right, because it kind of looks like one?
Exactly. But elsewhere, it might just be a peach, no hidden meaning, and then there's the splash emoji.
Oh, yeah. What about that one?
Could mean working hard, sweating,
Hmm.
or it could imply something much more sexual.
Okay. So the big point here is that meaning isn't fixed. It changes.
Totally. It's fluid. Context is everything. Who you're
Mhm.
talking to, what the conversation is about, it all matters. It makes you wonder how these meanings even catch on.
It really does. Like, who decided the peach meant that? Anyway,
Oh,
what's the third category? You mentioned three.
right. The third one, the source calls it oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, emojis you should really avoid using unless you're absolutely sure.
Mm-hmm.
High potential for misinterpretation.
Okay, the danger zone. Give me examples.
The classic one is the eggplant. Oh, very, very often used to represent male genitalia.
Great. Best avoided in a work email about lunch plans, I imagine.
Definitely best avoided.
Okay.
Just don't. Even the taco, believe it or not, can sometimes have connotations related to female anatomy.
No way. The
Right.
taco.
Depending on the context, yes.
Mm.
The source actually shared a story from a listener. Someone texted, let's talk about it, meaning let's talk.
Oh, no. Let me guess.
Yeah. Led to some serious blushing. A real oh no moment.
Wow, okay. So literal, slang, and oh no. Got it. But it's not just the inherent meaning, is it? Culture plays a huge role, too.
A massive role. This is where the cultural emoji landmines come in. What's friendly in one place can be totally different somewhere else.
Like what? Give us an example.
Okay, the standard smiley face out in the U.S. generally means I'm friendly, I'm happy. Simple enough.
Yeah, seems universal.
But in the U.K., the source says it can sometimes imply I'm actually really annoyed, but I'm smiling through it. Passive-aggressive almost?
Seriously, the smiley. Wow. Why do you think that is? Maybe something about British Reserve?
Could be. Perhaps overly enthusiastic displays seem less genuine in some contexts there. It's a fascinating difference, though. Huge potential for misunderstanding if you're dealing internationally.
Definitely. A friendly check-in could be read as simmering rage. Okay, what else? Any other cultural traps for, say, someone like me who talks to people globally?
Well, in Australia, the kangaroo is often about patriotism, national pride. Not necessarily let's jump to it or something literal.
Right, makes sense. National animal.
And in Japan, this is a big one, the thumbs up, we see it as great, okay, right.
Yeah, pretty much universal approval.
Not always in Japan. In certain situations, it can mean no, or this is bad, or even signify a man.
A thumbs up means no. That could cause some serious problems.
Exactly. You think you're agreeing and you're actually rejecting something. It's a minefield, like we said.
So, How do you avoid stepping on these landmines? It sounds impossible to know all the variations.
Well, you can't know everything, but the source gives a great pro tip. If you're unsure about an emoji, especially sending it across cultures,
Mm-hmm.
just do a quick web search. Literally type in the emoji plus the word slang or meaning in country, like emoji plus slang.
Simple but smart, like check before you wreck your message.
Exactly. A few seconds of checking can save a lot of potential awkwardness or real misunderstanding. A little digital homework.
Good advice.
Yeah.
Okay, let's shift gears slightly. Another major risk area, accidental flirting. How do
Yeah.
we avoid that, especially at work?
Oh, yeah. That's a big one. Emojis can get suggestive fast.
Yeah.
The article's pretty clear. Avoid combining a smiley face
Yeah.
with suggestive food emojis,
Hmm.
like the peach O.
So O plus O,
Yeah.
bad idea, professional.
Very bad idea. It can easily look like you're asking want some. The source literally says, delete this now.
Message received. Keep the peaches for the fruit bowl discussion. What was that other rule mentioned? The grammar.
Yes, the grandma rule. It's beautifully simple,
Tell me.
basically. If you wouldn't send that emoji or combination to your grandma, you probably shouldn't send it to your colleagues.
Huh. I like that. A good, clean filter. Though I guess even some grandma-friendly things could be iffy at work depending on context, like maybe too many celebratory ones.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
Yeah.
context in your workplace culture still matter. But the grandma rule is a solid starting point for avoiding anything overtly unprofessional or flirtatious.
Okay. But what if you are using an emoji that could be misinterpreted, but you mean it literally? Like you're actually talking about eggplants for a recipe.
Right. Good question. In that case, the advice is, when in doubt, over-clarify.
Meaning?
Just add a word or two. So if you're sending the eggplant emoji at about dinner, maybe add the vegetable
Mm.
or need eggplant for the recipe. Just remove the ambiguity.
Makes sense. Spell it out if needed. Got it. There was also a listener hack mentioned, something about using the smiley.
Yes. A listener apparently uses the standard smiley on almost like a disclaimer.
Ah.
They'll write something like, great job, egg gob. I mean this literally.
Oh, interesting. So they're explicitly stating no subtext here.
Exactly. It's a way to try and ensure their positive message lands purely positively without any unintended passive aggression or other meanings sneaking in. It's quite proactive.
Huh. Clever, actually. Okay, so we know what not to do or what to be careful with. What about the good stuff? What are some workplace safe emojis?
Right, the green zone. For purely professional stuff, the source recommends keeping it simple. Think check marks, maybe basic symbols like O for data or charts, O for scheduling.
Okay. Functional.
And the standalone thumbs up, used just for agreement or acknowledgement, is generally fine.
Just the thumb, no smiley. Got it. What if you want to be friendly, show some enthusiasm, but still stay safe?
For that friendly but safe zone, there are options.
Mm-hmm.
Things like the rocket sock can signal excitement about a project launching or moving fast.
Okay, I like the rocket.
Or sparkles can add a bit of positive emphasis. Or the target thief for hitting goals. These add energy without, typically carrying flirty baggage.
Good options. Rocket, sparkles, target. Positive, but professional. Now, the flip side. The absolute never list for work.
Definitely a never list. The
Okay.
source is firm. Absolutely avoid the kiss mark, the fire emoji suits, especially if directed at someone.
Right. Probably not great for performance reviews.
Probably not. And definitely avoid any suggestive uses of fruit or vegetables, especially paired with a winky or a smiley egg. Keep those firmly out of professional chats.
Okay. Kissy faces, fire, suggestive produce, all banned from work Slack. Crystal clear.
Good. Now, to help people practice this, the source had a fun little exercise, the listener challenge. Emoji Sky.
Ooh, tell me about it. Sounds intriguing.
It's designed to get you actively noticing these different meanings. 3 steps. 1. Try to spot a slang emoji in a real text, like seeing let's sigh later and recognizing it means let's hang out.
Okay, become an emoji detective for slang. Step 2.
Test out a safe emoji in a work context. Send a great presentation and see how it feels, how it lands.
Right, practice the safe zone. And third,
Identify a potential danger zone emoji, like in a goodnight art text, recognizing that adding, say, a heart or the city at night emoji could push it into potentially flirty territory depending on who it's to.
so spot slang, practice safe, identify danger, makes sense, helps you internalize it.
Exactly. And they shared that example of someone using the coffee cup to mean let's gossip or spill the tea.
Right, the front got it.
But HR wouldn't. And that perfectly shows that line between informal in-group understanding,
Mm-hmm.
and potentially problematic professional communication.
Mm.
Context again.
It always comes back to context, doesn't it? Okay, this has been super
There's a
insightful.
whole hidden language.
It really is. So let's quickly summarize the key takeaways as we wrap up. Basically, be aware. Emojis have layers. Literal, slang, and the oh no danger zone.
Uh-huh. And remember those cultural differences. A smiley isn't always just a smiley. A thumbs up isn't always approval.
Crucial point. And for work, stick to the grammar rule. If you wouldn't send it to her, probably don't send it to your boss.
Good rule of thumb. Use this knowledge, be mindful, and yeah, if all else fails, plausible deniability. Kidding, mostly.
Huh. Right. And that brings us to our final food for thought.
The source mentioned a future piece on, get this, how to gossip like a native without getting caught.
Oh, intriguing. So the question is, how do emojis fit into that digital gossip?
Yeah, do the same rules of subtext apply? Or are there new ways emojis are used for subtle digs or secret sharing? What does really mean then?
Hmm. That's definitely something to think about. How emojis might fuel the digital grapevine. Something for you all to ponder until next time.